so excited to be here and have an opportunity to speak on behalf of Operation Hope. My name is Dr. Jessica Bergeron, and I'm the Senior Vice President for Innovation and Learning at Operation Hope, and also the co-chair for the 1 Million Black Businesses Initiative, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a second, and along with Lance Triggs. And I'm here to talk a little bit about innovative solutions around Black entrepreneurship, and super excited to share all of our data and thoughts and ideas as we go on this journey together. Since emancipation, Black business owners have been less likely to own businesses than whites, and the businesses that they do own are much less successful on average. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, lack of business mentors, financial capital, and business human capital negatively affect Black business success rates. Overall, Black-owned businesses lag substantially behind white-owned businesses in sales, profits, employment, and survival. This gap in entrepreneurial attainment was further exacerbated by COVID-19 pandemic. Black-owned businesses struggled at greater rates than white-owned businesses, in part because they entered the pandemic in less secure shape than many other companies. By many estimates, at least half, or 1 million Black-owned businesses were negatively impacted by COVID, meaning they were financially impacted or closed their doors for good. At Operation Hope, our innovation department is working currently on solution building for Black entrepreneurs and business owners. We set this ambitious goal to start, grow, or scale 1 million Black businesses in the next decade, in the next 10 years, to replace those businesses lost by COVID. Our 1 Million Black Businesses initiative is in partnership with many other corporate partners. Our main primary partner is Shopify, to address the digital divide that is happening with Black business ownership. A lot of our partners and corporate partners have made commitments and dedication to growing and supporting and scaling Black businesses, including recruitment partners who are supporting bringing people into this pipeline. We know that Black business owners have a lot of problems that they face: lack of access to capital, lack of mentorship and sponsorship opportunities, but there are almost no unique programs around business learning for Black business owners to address their unique needs in the last 10 years that have been researched and studied. So it's difficult for us to make decisions around what does the research say. The research tells us there's a lot of challenges, but we don't know a lot about what type of solutions really work. But we decided our role in this is not to sit around and wring our hands around problems and problem spotting. Our role is to create and implement solutions. In my work at Operation Hope, in our innovation labs, we seek to analyze research and turn that information into viable solutions to today's most pressing economic challenges. I think about innovation every single day. We are a build the plane as we're flying it department. We're using agile development to implement prototypes and collect real-time data to measure the success of those prototypes so that we can adhere to one of the main principles of agile development: fail quickly and move on to the next solution. This process of innovation is fast-paced, rooted in technological advancements such as AI, and most importantly, we don't get married to ideas, even if they sound amazing. If there's no data to support it, we trash it and move on. All of this happens in our innovation lab on a weekly basis. Sounds like we're working on some kind of massive robotics project. We do have a little bit of that. We're creating on-demand learning platforms designed specifically for Black entrepreneurs and small business owners. We're developing relationships with digital platforms like Shopify, and one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the world to capitalize on their massive digital machine. We created a data system for minority businesses, the Minority Business Index, that measures for the first time the optimism, challenges, and success solutions for Black businesses, such as the importance of coaching. But underlying all of this is a very simple and very human solution that is the common thread throughout all of our work and has historical roots in our success as a Black community. It doesn't sound as sexy and sizzle as AI, but the community is the heart and soul of what we're building. Not by accident community building, intentional community building. Our research has shown us that community building and building robust communities are lacking for, our research has told us that community building and robust communities are lacking for Black business owners, and they are suffering for it. I give credit to Dr. Charles Richardson, Dean of the Business Program at Alcorn State University, who pointed out to me that Black businesses thrived in Black communities. Black business ownership was driven by need, residents supported those owners with their dollars, and Black business owners hired Black employees. Then these businesses were passed down to their children, the cycle of generational wealth. But then we all know what happened. These thriving Black communities became targets for land grabs and false narratives that decimated communities and forced Black business owners to start over. Tulsa, Oklahoma is one that everyone knows, but even the small ones that a lot of people don't know about, like Oscarville, Georgia, the Black town that's buried under the waters of Lake Lanier after a lynch mob drove out over 1,000 Black residents. More than 100 massacres of similar scope and devastation during this time affected the infrastructure of Black business ownership. Today, we seek to replicate those communities in a digital age. Community building as a solution. It doesn't sound revolutionary, and it's certainly not new. I'm here to talk about the idea of community building as the solution to rebuild Black ownership and generational wealth. Intentional community building at every level, business learning communities, mentorship communities. These all are common knowledge communities that a lot of us have been building and working towards as part of the work that we do. But there's still space for much more. Access to capital communities is one thing that is coming out as a potentially innovative solution for access to capital or lack of access to capital for Black businesses. This is an access to capital community is a repository of capital products at every level on the business journey, from micro lending and micro funds grounded in church communities to CDFIs to traditional bank products, all available at scale for business owners. And so instead of a Bank of America or Wells Fargo setting aside funds for minority businesses and competing with those businesses to get them to use their product, they join together and create this access to capital community where they're combining their funds with micro lenders and CDFIs and crowdfunding platforms, pulling them together in one digital space to create a massive marketplace for funds that can address the needs for all types of business owners, such as $500 for a startup or an owner with a low credit score, all the way to a non-traditional capital product like in an e-commerce space where borrowers can borrow against future sales, or traditional CDFIs and bank loans. An access to capital community would also or could also provide training and technical assistance for application preparation, automated bookkeeping and accounting services, financial literacy and empowerment coaching prior to the loan application, and then community support afterwards to ensure that owners can't default, not won't, can't. In the digital age, a place like this is possible, and innovators are already beginning to build. A common space for access to capital would reduce discriminatory practices in lending because underwriting criteria is designed for all types of Black business owners at different stages in their journey. This is one example of a way that community building can become a solution to Black business development. These are the kind of things that we do all day at Operation Hope, thinking through innovation and ideas that are rooted in solutions that are already supported by the Black community. I'm happy to say that this Operation Hope is excited to partner and create and grow bigger partnerships around communities. Transformative partnership opportunities, such as the one that Operation Hope's 1 Million Black Businesses Initiative has created or is going in the process of creating, with the service and technical assistance value that the MBDA Federal Procurement Center brings, including things like federal contracting expertise, Department of Defense expertise, opportunity zones, minority farmers working with our Mississippi MBDA Center to collaborate with the Federal Procurement Center, international trade through our partnership, and online video training with our partnership with Video Niche. All of these areas are about building and intentionally building community. And this is, again, something that's rooted in our history and something that works. The research tells us that it works. Our CEO of Operation Hope, John Hope Bryant, says all the time that we're sitting in a moment of history. It doesn't feel historical, though. It feels like an ordinary day. Community building doesn't feel radical, and it doesn't have the sizzle of AI or other technological solutions. But community building is in our roots. We can capture those roots through intentional community building supported by digital solutions and research supports that we've seen at work. It is the best path towards success to business development, access to capital, supplier diversity, and building generational wealth. Right now, I'm going to ask that everyone join us in this movement. Join us in this movement for the 1 Million Black Businesses Initiative. Join us in this movement to create intentional communities as a solution to Black business development. Join us to start, grow, and scale 1 million new Black businesses over the next decade to rebuild our communities and build generational wealth. Join us at operationhope.org/1MBB. Enroll, anyone can enroll. We have the only criteria to participate is to sign up, identify as a Black business owner, and then sign up. You can be at any stage in your business journey. You can have a startup idea. You can be in the middle of your existing business that has been in business for 2 or more years, or you can be at the top of your journey where you are looking to grow or expand so you can get into the supplier diversity space. So you have the opportunity to get resources like business development, 4 months free of Shopify e-commerce platform, subscriptions to automated bookkeeping and accounting services, one-on-one coaching. But of course, most importantly, you have the opportunity to join our 1MBB community. And we are looking to build out things like an access to capital community through our partnerships. But what we have right now is a group of Black business owners who are coming together around this movement. We have partners, we have volunteers and mentors, we have funders who have dedicated themselves to this movement. But this is about us. It's about rebuilding our Black communities so that we can continue to grow and thrive and build generational wealth for the future. Thank you.